Hi, I'm Karen, and I will be going through the malicious document analysis today. So firstly, we'll be putting the malicious document through VirusTotal, and we can see that there are out of 65 antivirus scanners, we can see 45 detect that this the document is malicious. Relations-wise, we can see that it has contacted one IP address, 185.70.186.145. Bundle files, you can see that there is a virtual basic project.bin file, as well as within the drop files, there is a auto hotkey U32 and a auto hotkey exe. So next, we'll be taking a look at the hashes and comparing it to hash of the file and comparing it to the virus total. Using hash my files, I can find the SHA-256 of the malicious document, which you can see all of them matches. Next, we'll go through the command line to deobfuscate the malicious document. Using Office Mail Scanner's inflate function, we can actually extract the VBA project.bin file into this directory. Then we'll traverse to the directory and use the info on the VBA project.bin in order to get the modules. So within this file containing the modules, we can actually open them in text editors. And you can see that there is actually host-based indicators within these modules, meaning they are malicious codes. So for example, here we can see auto hotkey u32.ahk in C program and in C drive's program data, as well as this auto hotkey u32.exe. Using ramlogs, we can actually see that there are other suspicious functions being run as well. For example, open, shell, VB, normal focus, binary, as well as put. So lastly, we can use VBA project.bin to run through and look through the modules within the VBA as well. For example, over here we can see the host-based indicator once again. Next, we can use bin text. We can use bin text to look through the we can use bin text to look at the strings of the VBA project.bin. And you can see the clear host-based indicators here. And throughout these strings, there are only the host-based indicators. Next, we'll be moving on with the regular dynamic analysis of the malware document. So we can see here that the malware document is prompting the user to click on enable content in order to view the hidden content. But as malware analysis, as malware analysts, we know that by enabling the content, we enable background VBA macros to run and potentially execute malicious codes. Within this, we can also see a hidden sheet which contains hidden hash values. Next, we'll be using Ragshot to compare the before and after from running the malware malicious document. So over here, we can see that firstly, there is a VBA file registry added, which will probably modify settings to VBA files to enable macros containing malicious codes to run. Next, we can see here that there is a edit to the Excel trusted documents, which can allow malicious codes to bypass Excel security and run on system. Next, there's this within the modified registries. Through user assist, this can actually manipulate user activity tracking in order to evade detection. Apart from that, Ragshot can also find other host-based information such as the auto hotkey u32.ahk and exe, as well as this interesting information where the driver is added into the startup, which this will ensure the persistence of the malware. Next, we'll be moving on with the process monitoring. So within Process Explorer, we can actually see that the auto hotkey u32.exe is run under excel.exe, which signifies that excel.exe has downloaded and started running this executable. So within Process Monitor, we can use the PID that we can gather from the Process Explorer to filter the process auto hotkey u32.exe. So here we can see basic basic information such as loading of the exe file. Apart from that, we can also see that there are edits to the Win HTTP, this network changes will bypass network security measures to establish direct connection for potentially malicious activities. Through disabling proxy, malicious executables can avoid routing traffic through proxy servers, mitigating possible monitoring of its network activity. This will allow them to stay under radar of security software within the system monitoring internet traffic. Lastly, we can see that there are actually TCP connections as well. There's actually TCP connections as well to the malicious IP 185.70.186.145 that we have identified earlier using VirusTotal. Lastly, we'll be moving on with network analysis. Through Aparte DNS, we can actually see that there is this VLMCS TCP.local domain. This shows the TCP connection has been made potentially by the malicious executable, as we cannot see real connection due to modified registry of internet settings by the executable. However, Wireshark can actually completely expose connection of malicious IP address to the local domain, as shown here, where our local domain's IP address has been connected to the malicious IP address 185.70.186.145.